Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now I'm going to come on here today and I'm going to show you how or what I've been doing. I don't know if I've seen this before. I'm not going to claim this for me because, you know, there's that many things out there and I don't want to claim anything anyway. I just thought I'd show you because I just was sitting out there this morning thinking, now what can I do now, okay? So yesterday I was making these little round taggy things, like they're a little tag with a pin, and I thought, well, that's not much, you know, that's not a big deal. There's a little bear, there's some birds. So today I decided I would put them into little, I'll show you this one here first, little envelope paper clips. Okay, look at that, envelope paper clips. The paper clip thing seems to be something that I've really got rather keen on doing actually. Look, you just put your paper clip in on your page like so. There you go, like that. And then inside you've got your little bits and pieces if you want to do that. You've got this little card in there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I do like this. I'm really wrapped in this idea. And then I've got a little tiny ticket and I put a little heart, and then I put a bulb pin on the end of that. And then you can just put it on your page, which would be probably better if I showed you on a bigger piece of paper. I'll show it to you on there, and you just sit it over there like that. See? Isn't that cool? In your journal. Or, and we have another one. Hang on a second. I have a pretty, well, why isn't this camera in the right place? It never is it? Or I'm too far away from this or something. Look at this. Isn't this neat? Isn't it pretty? Look, I've got, I made this out of a really nice piece of paper, and then I've put in this little ticket, and then you just put that in your journal. Now I've made a little bee. I put a little bee on one, so I put him in the pocket, and that's another paper clip. Surprise, surprise. So the little birds can go in there. And this one here has got little bits in that one, and a little bear. There's a little bear in there. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Do love these. I'm absolutely wrapped. The paperclip things on the back, of course, and you just sit that in the top of your journal, and you can make them in all different styles or what have you. I'm going to show you now how I found the easiest way to do that. Okay, I did ask hubby if he'd bring me a glass of water. I wonder if he can remember that. He might bring me a glass of water, he might not. He could have went outside. I should be okay to handle this. Oh, right, so now, a long time ago, I don't know when, somebody sent me these little envelopes, okay? So I undid it, so because I've got more here, I've got more, and I can just redo it anyway. Now, this morning I have been out in my lounge room area working with a pen. Shouldn't have been using a pen. I bought a truckload of pencils, but of course I was using a pen, and you have to be careful because there's a tiny little bit there. I'm thinking about decorating these a little bit with something though, so hopefully, if nobody, you know, I could stick a little flower on there. If I could find a tiny flower. I probably got some here because I've got a heap of flowers in a box. I will do that. I'm going to do that because I want to actually finish them to show you what they look like when they're done. And I know I've got little flowers. Look at this. Look at these dear little flowers. Not only for the sake of the covering up the glue. There's nowhere to put that now that I lifted it down. Okay, I'll put it over here. Get the scissors, I'm going to need them. I think I got the biggest pair I could find, didn't I? I didn't look far though. They're upside down, so you can't do that. I wonder what happened to my husband with my glass of water. I don't know. He got sidetracked, I presume, and forgot about me. Look at that. I think that needs that little thing on there, don't you? That's not the right glue. I've got to get rid of that one. And we waiting for our groceries to be delivered again today, so well, that's a good thing though, because we don't have to cart them all home in the heat if we get hot tomorrow, and I don't get too as you get the glue off there, make sure I've got the right size of little flower. I'm going to stick him on here. Okay. Now, I watched Amy, who is Aljon, on here, because I do have been watching her since I've been on here, because we've, you know, been on here a little while. And she could have been the one that sent me these. I don't know, but somebody with a one of the envelope things may have sent them to me. I think she sent me a smaller one, because I actually have got a smaller one here, and I haven't done anything with that yet. See that? I undid it, but I didn't make any yet. And she said this morning that people do make mistakes as they're doing these things, and they just get shown to you later. And that's true, okay? Because we have to learn too, especially if we're doing something new. So in this one, I'm going to put these little bits, and I think that that turns out really well, okay? It's a dear little thing just to stick into the top of your on your journal page, and I have 5 of them, but well, you wouldn't have put them all in the same journal, but you could just use, it just depends what your idea was of what you want to do with them. I mean, I might put a little flower on each one of these, but I'm not going to do that now because I don't want to hold you up too long, because we don't want to get bored with me, okay? I'll just check the time because I haven't done that, and I'm going to have to do what I always do and knock on the floor so my husband will come and help me. I'm sorry, I hope you don't think I'm being rude, but it's not easy for me to get up and go, and we do have that system where if I knock, he will come and see if I'm okay. Jeremy? You got my water, please, love? Anyway, so that's very kind of him to do that, but he helps me. Now, back to where I'm up to, what I'm doing. So I pull this undone, all right? Now, you take your envelope apart. I've done the envelope taken apart before and showed you how to do the envelopes. Don't use biro, please. And if you'd use pencil, which I intend to do, rub it off after you have cut it out if you don't get it all off the thing, because it'll get caught up in your ink and it'll all go all over the place. Thank you, Jeremy. You don't want to say something? He just raised his eyebrows. Okay. You know, I probably don't need a drink of water, but it'll just panic if I don't have it. Good man, isn't he? He's a good man. Okay. So, now, the paper that I'm going to use, I think, will be this one, because this is what I brought in with me. I have got plenty of other papers. Actually, this has got creases in it, so I do love this though, don't you? Look at that. Wow. Well, that would make a really flash one, wouldn't it? Or should I make a more subdued one? When I say, you know, that, or should I make something out of, I don't know, really. What would we do with? I'm going to lost myself now. You see, you don't want to get sidetracked in any way, because that's not handy. This is actually a piece of, this has been, you know, I'm going to be upset if I just lost that fruit in there, did I? Dropped it, here it is. This is a piece of serviette put onto a piece of paper. This will make a nice one, and look at that, it's just big enough, look. Okay, so you open it up and you trace it around, okay, and I usually try to use one flat edge at least, so and just hang on to it really tight. And this pencil is really thick, real heavy, so we'll definitely have to be taking the ink off this, and I'm hoping I've got an eraser somewhere handy. I usually do have, but you know what, when you want something, it runs away and hides. As soon as you want to use something, it just runs away and hides. It happens to me anyway, especially when I turn on this camera. Okay, I'm concerned about having an eraser. It's always here with me, pencils and bits and pieces, so I have it handy, but not today. It's not here today. Anyway, we're going to try and cut it out better, so it won't. That's not going to happen, okay? Now, we're going to cut this out with the biggest pair of scissors that I can find. I'm trying to move over under the camera a bit further. When you come to the corners, don't round them, cut them at an angle, really sharp if you can, like a sharp corner. This part here is rounded though. And then we come down here and we come to the, and just sort of make it a bit sharper than, that went in too far. We're going to have to refix that. We're going to have to fix that when we come to this. And you can fix things, you know, because as you go you can fix them. Now a bit sharper than what we would, and this way. Now I'm showing you what I'm cutting out because the next part, like I said, I tried to do as easy as I possibly could. So that didn't make a sharp corner there at all, did I? Well, let's see what happens now. We're going to get the envelope thing, the template thing. Now, because this was already folded, like so, this is what I'm going to do. I guess that's me shopping out there now, but that's okay. Jeremy can handle that. He can deal with that. I don't think it's it. It's a bit early. Oh yeah, he's going out there. Okay, so isn't that good? You don't have to go and get all the groceries. It's just delivered to your door. So you turn that over and make this, sorry for the interruptions, and make it, press it down to that crease. Bring in the piece behind you that you just cut out with you, okay? So you just bring that over and squish it down, all right? And make yourself some nice good edges. Now, we're just going to, some of it I might not have cut enough off, but just go and have a look and make sure your corners are really good. Okay, make sure you got your corners over. Might not have turned that over far enough. This is a tiny bit thicker than what I've been using. That's no excuse for that, but that's, you know, how it when you're folding it over, you want the edges, and I don't like to start off with nothing. That's come too far, that one. I don't like to start off with no folds. It's really hard to get the folds right if you don't. So I'm just going to make this a bit more pointy, this corner. Okay. Like so. And that. This one here needs to come in a tiny bit. Or that one needs to go a tiny bit. There we go. And that's nice. And even if you're not going to fold this top piece down, it's still good to have, okay? If for people that have got the envelope makers, I don't know if I'm going to cut that bit off there. What you need to try to do is cut any sort of ink or that off there, because my glue, I suppose other would too, gets it there we go. Yeah, we had an inch of rain yesterday, so now everybody's got to get out there and mow. That's something that we don't usually get a lot of around here. I live in a very dry part of Australia. Oh, not too bad though. It's worse. There's other places worse than where we are, a lot worse. I'm going to go up along here with the glue, not across the top, but just up the side bits here, but not across the top. Okay. And then I'm going to turn this up and stick that down like so. Okay. Now, because I want the inside to have decoration on it, because it's going to be open when I put the paper clip on it, it's I'm going to need a bit more of that. Have I got a bit more of that? Yes, I do. And all I do is push that into there, because it's just under the edge, just barely under the edge, okay? And it just comes around there, so that was lucky. So what I'm going to do now is just put some glue on here. I've got this breathing air glue again. It's really nice. I think it's going to be a nice warm day today. And my legs didn't like yesterday's weather when all that rain. I was in a really bad way. It's not good, you know. I just don't know how that works. I don't know what the rain has to do with your, your bones. I said to Jim, what is that? Is it pressing down on you or something? Just not good. It's not good when it's just your body hurts like that. It's not fair. I mean, I know a whole heap of people suffer with the same sort of things, and it's just not fair. But I guess there's people a lot worse off than me, so I should stop me grizzling and get on with what I'm doing, because I'm a bit better today anyway, which is good. Okay, now I need to come down there a bit straighter than that. That's a little bit skew-whiff, a bit wonky. And then, hopefully, I haven't stuck that down in there, so that'll sit up like that. Well, that looks really cool, doesn't it? Because it's got them little stems coming up out of there, which I didn't mean to do that, okay? It's all good, all good. So now I need a piece for the back. I'm trying to save little tiny scraps of paper here, aren't I? But you know what? It's okay. You just need what you need, and that's all, don't you? So that's going to go over the paper clip. That one. And I'll just use one of these. I seen Wendy Mason do some paper clips yesterday, and I don't know where she got those paper clips from, but they were beauties. They were giant ones, they were. I don't know if that's enough paper around that. We'll get a bit more, hey? We've got another bit over here. Make it a bit bigger. We need something that's going to hold on to it. So you put the smallest piece at the back, behind your piece of paper. Remember the first time I made these jizz, I had... Oh dear, it was just, you know, something that was really weird. Whoops, I should have been able to do it, no worries at all, but for some reason it just got to me that day. I couldn't work out which way to go with it. But anyhow, we're right today, okay? Now, I'm just trimming that up because I want it to be a little bit straighter. And then you put your, this is the smallest bit, right? And then you got the biggest side down there. So then you put lots of glue on here. Yeah, I've got stuff all over the place. After this, I'm actually going to show you something that I thought about I could do. I'm going to have a go at it anyway, so I'll show you. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to work, because I'm going to do one of those craft with me. This is a craft with me, isn't it? Okay, so I'll leave it. I'll put it on here, because this is a craft with me. Okay. Now you put this on the back. Doesn't really show up that much, does it? Because it's in the same piece of paper, or you know, whatever. Just make sure that's not caught up in anything. And then you can put something in the inside of it, whatever you like. Make a little booklet, put it in there, make, you know, have words on, writing, and then you're just going to slide it onto your page. And it sticks down. Wait till we glue it. Wait till we glue it down a bit better. Wait till it gets more glue on. I'm going to make sure it's stuck. This actually makes it really solid. That using this one with the serviette stuck to it. I think I did that video one day anyway. I showed you how to do that, and that could probably have a little flower on it, so it could, you know, just give it a little bit of a lift. Well, it's nice anyway, but we'll still put a flower on there, okay? Because the other ones I will as well. Come on, sometime today, please come out of there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to stop with that. I'm going to see if I can make one. I'm going to do one out of something else. Just hang on a second. Nobody panic. I'm just going to show you. Right, so that goes in there or in here. See? And then you have little pocket, little envelope pocket thingies and tucks. Paper clips, envelope pocket paper clip can hold thingies. Okay, now that was really easy, wasn't it? Wasn't that good? That was really easy. Now, let me see, what else can I do today? Because these are, I'm always looking for something different to put in these journal, so I'm not actually, well, you like to have different, I like to have a different variety of things in there. So now I'm going to do something really lot different to that. Well, not a lot different, it's going to be the same, but I just want to use something else to do it out of, that's all. I'm going to use some lace. I'm going to make a lace one. Are you worried about this? You think it'll work? Will it work? Will it bend? No, it won't. But you know what? If I put the lace onto a piece of paper, maybe? What do I do? So this is something I haven't done, so we're going to work with this. Work with me. We need something that's, oh, how about that, eh? Wait a minute. We've got our roll of tracing paper here, and we're going to use that, aren't we? Do you think? Yes. Now, I need to have, about that much, because I want to not work with too much, because otherwise it's too hard for cutting out and gluing and everything, you know, like I'm going to glue this on here, but it's going to take a little while for it to settle, I'd say. Don't know whether I should put it on with the glue I use, which Amy mentioned this morning. I suppose I said that already, I don't know. But this is a Portercraft glue, and it's clear drying, and it's non-toxic, and it's really good, and you can use this for any sort of thing, you know. And no, they're not paying me to advertise it. I really worry when I go there and make sure to see if I got this anymore, because it cost me $6 something. That's not bad. You get a big bottle. You get a good lot. I mean, I've got a couple here. I have one in, one outside, so one in the lantern, so I can use them. Now I need to stick this on here, mostly so it'll stay there. So I might put some glue on this part of the thingy first. Come on, you've got to come out quicker than this. We haven't got all day. Well, I've got a timer going over there, so on my clock I can see what time it is. But you know, there's a lot of this lace that's not going to stick anyway, isn't there? But we need the majority of it, don't we? Probably should have picked another piece that had a lot more lace and less holes. What do you reckon? It just seems to me that this would look pretty. That's all I'm going for. I'm going to see if this is going to work anyway, and if it doesn't, we'll just put it in the too hard basket and get out something else. Look at that. It's on. I think it's on. Okay, now I'm going to use a guide as the top there to put this along that bit there and see. Well, see, the thing is this is going to cut through. No, it'll be nice. It will be nice. Let's trace this around here. See how we go. Gonna have to turn the fan on, sorry. It's getting really warm in here. So I'm going to be putting a little bit of, whoops-a-daisy. Hang on, Sonia, you've got to get that bit up the top. Make sure if you have to move it, or you do move it, you get it back in the right place. There's a little bit of glue wandering around the table a bit, you know, because of the... Now, do not cut these with your best scissors, although they will clean. If you get too much glue stuck to you. Now I'm just cutting around this area. Now this would look nice in a vintage journal, I'd imagine. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I've got to stick this bit down here. Didn't get enough glue up under here. Come on. I suppose my glue's not travelling very fast because it's not really that warm in here. It's only I'm the one that's been warm, not the glue. Come out. I should have it standing up, but then it goes everywhere. You can't win really sometimes with these things. Okay, so now I've got that I'm going to leave it laying down. Okay, so now I've got this piece here that we're going to make sure that the rounded end is up at the rounded end and the other places are where they're supposed to be, and we're going to turn it over. Now it should crease because we've got that paper under it, this tracing paper under it. You can use whatever sort of paper you want to put behind it. I just didn't want to take away the integrity of the lace, you know, because although that thing behind it's white and the right lace is a bit cream, but it's what you get. It's what happens when you... Oh my goodness me, isn't that gorgeous? Oh, the dear little thing. I'm going to put a few bits of glue under the edge of this, just under these pieces. So when you do yours, you might just like to make sure that you've got something that's got more lace in parts of it. Anyway, that's a place for a flower. There's always a place for a flower, isn't there? And that's just the right place there for a flower. Okay, so we're going to come along the bottom. And, well, of course you'd be able to do this with fabric anyway, because this is, well, fabric and paper, but you could do it with fabric because it's going to be a lot easier, I think, to work with than the lace will. But I just wanted a lace one. I'm hoping that looks okay. Rightio. Now I'm going to put a little flower on that just to make me feel a bit better about doing this. I'll put the yellow one on, I think, because I didn't want to go too bright or that for the time being. Let's see what happens with the rest of it. I haven't finished just yet, have I? I've got to put the inside bit in. I just wanted to cover that over, make me feel better if it's not sitting out there looking at me. I'm having a terrible time here with this glue. I do love making little things. Putting stuff. Come on. I'm making embellishments or miniature stuff. I just do really enjoy that. I've always been. Okay, so there's a little flower on that. Now the inside of it, in reality, would probably not be a good idea to put the lace in there because it's going to get caught on whatever, anything you put in there will get caught on the lace, you know, so you don't want that to happen. I'm going to put this up the back here. I'll put the clip on, but I want to put something in the inside first. We've got to find the right thing for putting the inside, don't we? We've got to have the right thing. Because like I said, the lace, what about calico? I'm partial to a bit of calico on things sometimes. But maybe not today, I don't know what to put in there. Maybe I could just put a little piece of, I don't know, I'm looking here behind me, that's why you probably can't hear what I'm saying. A little piece of something. Or leave it. You know what, that's probably the best idea, just leave it alone. Sometimes things are better left alone. Now let me see, I hope I've got a lot of this stuck down because I'm going to use this to put over the top of my paper clip. Yes, make it that wide. I hope everything's stuck on here, or I can just re-stick it anyway. There's always a bit more gluing to be done. You can always do a bit more gluing. Now I'll put this down there. So make these out of music paper, text paper, lace, fabric, you name it, we can do it, okay? It's possible. Anything's possible. Well, most things are. It depends how we go about it, I suppose. So now we need another paper clip on that. It's not it's not too bad. It's not that, but once you put this against it, it will be sturdy enough. Like there's not a worry with that there at all. You know, I'm not disappointed in the outcome at all. Even though, you know, I hadn't done one of these before. To be quite honest with you, I've got a little bit here waving around in the breeze. I'm going to stick something over top of that. Just put him down a bit. So when you do yours, don't you use really open like place, okay? Yeah, they're not allowed to use really open lace because although that looks really good, the back, doesn't it? Well, actually, the front does too, Sonya, don't be like that now. I do like it. So we're going to put the smallest part down and we're going to put this glue on here, like so. And doesn't that look amazing? Isn't that amazing? I do love that idea. I do love that idea. I really do. Okay. So we need to straighten that a little tiny bit. It's not really straight, is it? We've just got to put the fingers in the glue. Come on, just sit down there. See, the thing itself, that paper clip, that's holding on and making it a lot sturdier than it would normally be. If you didn't want to put, you can put lace in there if you really wanted to, and if it was actually very fine, it didn't have too many holes in it like that one is, I've got there. Just haven't got any close by me at the moment because I'm a bit far away from things. I don't want to be fishing too much out, because then I've got to put it back, or somebody's helped me put it back, or whatever. That's a little bit crooked. And this piece is hanging around here in the breeze. I'm not going to cut it off though, I want it to still lay down there. I think that my naughty pussycat, which just jumped on the screen door, he's not going to be one of the popular cats in the house. We only got one. But still. So that will go now onto here. Where am I? I haven't stuck that down yet. Well, see, there's an issue. Look at that. I found a mistake. I haven't stuck that on good enough that that's not going to run up under there. Let's pull that off, the lace part, and just use the paper. What do you reckon? This little paper seems to be sticking there okay. It's going good. It works. Just don't put lace on there, okay? Oh, well, I can't say that. I won't put lace on it, alright? Okay. Just the paper on there will work alright. You just need something to hold it like that. See? And that works just perfectly fine and looks ever so dainty, don't you think? Ever so dainty. What have I got to put in that dainty thing? I don't know. What have I made? I don't know. I've been fiddling around in here doing bits and pieces. Haven't probably made anything. Oh, there's a fox. He's not going to go very good in that, is he? Okay. I don't think I've got anything in them colour-wise that will look alright in there. But people can find their own things to put in there, whatever you want to do. You know, whatever you want to put in the thing is all good. That's too big. That's the paper clip anyway. So that's my ideas for, my idea for the day, okay? Can't see what I'm doing, upside down. It's not as difficult as I can make it look, is it? So now just chuck that out of there. My little things I had tucked in. Put these little bits in there, put them in your page, and then I've got this one here. And ain't they cool? I really do like these. This idea gives you a little pocket. Put the fox in there, okay, and this one here, put that in there, and then I've got this one here. I did a few, didn't I? I did get carried away a tiny bit. It was all good fun, look, and that one can go on there. Alright, so thank you everybody for watching. That was fun. Oh, that looks good. Look at that. Wow. Oh, I do like that. Now, all I did for these was, I got these tickets. I don't know where I got them from or if I stamped them. I can't remember. I don't think I did. They don't look like I did. And then I put an eyelet in there. I put a little bit of lace on there first, I must say. Put lace first and press the hole through, and then I put an eyelet in there, and I put a little bulb pin on it. And a tiny piece of washi tape, because this was very ordinary. And then we can put it into that little bloke there, and we can hang that up on our page and in our journal. What do you think? Or one of these. Whatever's going. Really look good on a plain page, you know, like if you've got a page in your book and it's got a lot of, it just depends what you're going for though. I mean, this is a bit of coffee dyed stuff, but that looks pretty good on there, doesn't it? The little birdies in the pocket and the bulb pin. You can use that then to put him somewhere else. fasten it somewhere else, do something else with it, whatever, that's all good. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely day and do some crafting, okay? The weather's going to get really hot around here. I know it's going to be just, you know, but I think I'll be fine. I'll just keep on going because I really love doing things, and I'm going to show you later on what else I have made, not yet at the moment. Anyway, so stay tuned, because I'm also going to have a couple of de-stash videos, because I have a surplus of doilies and paper and maybe lace and ribbon. Okay, so I just want to put them in a bundle and put some bundle them up, and put a couple of de-stashes up, if that's okay with everybody. If I do that, and then I'll just put them onto Etsy, I imagine. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and I had fun today. I did have fun today and yesterday, except I was a bit sick. It's okay. Alright then, so thank you everybody, and have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.